Hey guys, it's Derek here. Today we're going to be taking a look at another wireless keyboard, but it's going to be a little bit more on the budget-friendly side. It's going to be the Epomaker TH80. Let's see how this stacks up. As a quick disclaimer, Epomaker did send this out to me for a review, but I'm going to give you the facts straight. This is a nice 75% keyboard, so you get the nice F-row on the top and no numpad or anything else on the side, which is a little bit of a departure from what I normally use. This keyboard here has some fairly nice construction, nice white case on the outside that is plastic, and has a good retro vibe overall with the keycap set and colorway this comes in, which is the Theory colorway. There is a Monet colorway which has a nice gradient as well that you can choose, and each one of them comes with different switch options, some from Gateron and also some directly from Epomaker themselves. Their Flamingo linears and also their tactile Bergend, but how do you pronounce that? Budgrinders. In terms of connectivity, you have a few different options here. Bluetooth 5.0, which you can connect up to 3 different devices here. Just hold down the FN key and 1, 2, or 3, and you can kind of cycle between. There's also a 2.4 GHz USB dongle that you can plug into your computer, which might be a little bit better for latency if you're going to use it as a gaming device, or gaming peripheral. And there's also wired mode, which I don't know how many of you guys will be using if you're buying this for the wireless capabilities, but they do also include a nice braided cable that you can use to charge this up, and the control light lights up in green when it's charging, and when it's fully charged, it turns off. Epomaker also threw in some novelty keycaps that you can put in here, and also some modifiers if you're a Mac user. We also get a keycap and switch puller 2-in-1, and lastly, we get a few extra switches, depending on which one you use, just as little spares, so that's always nice. But one of the areas where this keyboard shines the most is the fact that it has self-facing RGBs in the PCB. So that means you can put keycaps from pretty much anywhere you like, any profile, and they won't interfere with each other. Some of the other more inexpensive boards are a little bit different because they're north-facing, meaning you can't use the fun anime keycap set that you may have picked up somewhere. I did end up doing a couple mods to the keyboard to kind of enhance my user experience, but they're not necessary if you just want something good out of the box. If you want to modify the keyboard like me, one of the first steps you have to do is removing the rotary knob in the front, because this actually kind of holds everything else in place if you don't. So number 1, do that first. Secondly, turn it over and remove the Phillips head screws that are underneath the feet. You want to be a little bit gentle here because they're kind of just in plastic, so little shavings came out of mine after I did it. Afterwards, I used a part separator from my old Gundam days to kind of move all the clips apart, but you can also use credit cards or anything small enough to kind of wedge itself in there. Don't use nails though, you'll probably hurt yourself. After that, you just need to separate everything and do it a little bit gently because there is some cabling here, but on the inside you'll find some foam and the battery, which is 3,800 milliamp hours. I ended up doing 2 simple modifications to this keyboard, which you can probably do for less than $10. One being the tape mod, so just put some layers of tape behind the PCB, making sure not to kind of cover up any important holes. And secondly, the Band-Aid mod. That kind of helps with the stabilizers. As for the last modification, there's just one more thing I want to do to this, and that's to slap on some new keycaps. This is my Charmander themed keyboard. Pretty easy to slap on a few keycaps and do a few very basic mods, but I think it turned out very awesome overall. Everything kind of matches, and I think this is a very good jumping off point for anyone just getting into the hobby, or if you have been in the hobby for a little bit longer. $89.99 isn't too much, so you can definitely get your feet wet with this one. But let me know if you have any questions in the comment section down below, and if you found this video any bit helpful and informative, give me a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll leave all the links in the description for everything we used to the best of my ability. Until next time, my name is Derek, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.